Question 10, that is coordinate geometry and quadratics merged together. I can see the equation of the circle is this one here. The line with the equation y is equal to mx plus c passes through the point 0, negative 9 and is a tangent to the circle. Find the two possible values of m, and for each value of m, find the coordinates of the point at which the tangent touches the circle. Okay, now if this line here passes through this point, that means the coordinates of this point must satisfy the equation of this line. Are we there? So when I substitute in here, of course, this c is going to be a minus 9 because you have 0, then y is equal to, this is negative 9 here, then is equal to, so c is equal to negative 9, meaning the equation of the tangent is y is equal to mx minus 9. So for intersection, then we are supposed to solve these ones simultaneously, okay, by substitution. So for intersection, where there is y, I'm going to put this one here. So I will have x minus 3 brackets squared, then plus, this y is going to be mx, then minus 9. Remember, c is going to be equal to that value, okay? Then after that, of course, we have to square, then is equal to 18. Then expand these brackets, we shall have x squared, then 2 times this times that. That one will give us minus 6 of x, then square the 3, that is a 9. Now square this one here, you will get m squared x squared, then this times that. That one will give us minus 18 m of x. And then when you square this one, it will give you 81, okay? Then I can say minus 18 here is equal to 0. So the quadratic equation that comes from here for the solutions of those two points of intersection, of those points of intersection that we are going to have is this one here. The coefficient of x squared here is 1, and then here it is m squared. So by factorizing out the x squared, we shall have 1 plus m squared of x squared, okay? Then there is minus 6x minus 18m, okay? That will then be plus minus 6 minus 18m, that is 4x, and then this is 9 plus 81, that is 90, right? 90 minus 18, isn't that 72? Yes, that is 72, which is equal to 0. Now, when I'm solving this equation here, I can use the quadratic formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac out of 2a. Then this discriminant here in the square root, okay, determines the nature of the solutions, okay? If this one is less than 0, that means you are going to have the square root of a negative. So this one is undefined. You cannot get the real values, but instead the complex values. Then for that case, that means no solution. So the line does not meet the curve. Then if this one is equal to 0, that means this whole thing is going to disappear, and you are going to get only one value, that repeated root, which we get as minus b out of the 2a. You see? So at that point, since it is one point of intersection you're getting from there, that is the same as the line being a tangent to the curve, okay? So we therefore say for tangency, then b squared minus 4ac must be equal to 0. So what is our b? Our b is this one here, negative 6 minus 18m. You square it, then minus 4 times the a is this one here, 1 plus m squared. Then the c is this one here, 72. That one is equal to 0. Now we can expand. So square negative 6, you get positive 36. Then 2 times negative 6, that is negative 12, times negative 18. Okay, 12 times 18, what do we get? 12 times 18, that is 216. But it is positive because negative, right? So 216 m, and then 18 squared, that is 324. So plus 324 m squared. Okay, then 72 times 4, that is 288. So minus 288, and again you multiply it by m squared, that will be minus 288 m squared, which is equal to 0. Then we simplify this one here. 324 minus 288. Now 288, I'm remaining with 12 to make 300. So 12 plus then the 24 that is here, that will be 36. So we shall have 36 m squared. And then do we have any other m? It is only here. So 216 of m. And then this is 36 minus 288. 36 minus 288, that is negative 252. Minus 252, which is equal to 0. Now, can 36 go into 216 and 252? Let's check. That is if we are to simplify the equation. 216 divided by 36, yes, it goes through. How about 252? 252 divided by 36, it also goes through, that is a 7. So meaning, when I divide all through by 36, I can have m squared here, then plus 6m, and then minus 7 here. Two numbers, when I multiply them, they give me negative 7, but when I add them, they give me 6. That has to be a 7 and a negative 1, right? So meaning we shall have m, then plus 7, and then m minus 1, which is equal to 0. So by equating all of these ones to 0, then m becomes negative 7, that is one value, and then the other one, m becomes a positive 1. So that is that. But remember, they said that after finding the two possible values of m, for each value of m, find the coordinates of the point at which the tangent touches the circle. So after getting the value of m, I need to substitute here in this equation of intersection. This is the equation that gives us the solutions. Okay, so for m, let's say is equal to negative 7. For m, which is equal to negative 7, we substitute in here. We shall have this one here will be negative 7 squared, that will be 49. Then plus 1, that is 50. So we shall have 50x squared, and then negative 6, then minus 18. When we multiply it by negative 7, what do we get? Negative 6, then minus, we are having 18 into negative 7, right? Negative 7. This one gives us positive 120. So plus 120 of x, and then plus the 72. Even this one, I can simplify it. So suppose maybe I divide all through by 2. This will be 25x squared, then plus 60 of x, and then plus, this will be 36, which is equal to 0. I can use a calculator to solve this one. So I will say mod, then equation is 5, then we go to 3, which is the quadratic, 25, then 60, then 36. This one will give us negative 6 over 5. It is the only one. There is, when you look at the screen of the calculator, there is nothing like x1 or x2. You see that? So leave space and you write x here is equal to negative 6 out of 5. That means it is a repeated rule because this is quadratic and it is supposed to give us two values. So another value is also that one there. You see that? It is a repeated one. Now, cross multiply. Remember, you have to show the examiner that you have solved the quadratic equation. So when I cross multiply, I will have 5x, then bring this negative 6 this side. So we shall get 5x, then minus 6. Okay? Then squared is equal to 0 because it's the same thing here. Okay? Now, I don't need this one here. Let me just take it off. So x is that one there. Now, if x is this value here, then what is y? For y, then I can substitute in any of these two equations because the circle is meeting this line here. But the simplest one is this one for the line, okay? This one here. So mx y is going to be equal to m, which is a negative 7. Then the x is negative 6 over 5. Okay. Then minus 9. So what does it give us altogether here? Negative 7 into negative 6 out of 5. Then after that, we have minus 9. That one gives us negative 3 over 5. Negative 3 over 5. That means one point of intersection is this one here. The x-coordinate is negative 6 over 5. The y-coordinate is negative 3 over 5. So that is that. Then the next one, of course, it is going to be the same for m, which is equal to, and by the way, pardon me here, this one is negative 7. Not negative 1. Then for m, which is equal to positive 1, what do we have here? So I just duplicated this one here to give me this, but here m is 1. So if m is 1 and then I go here and I substitute here, this one will be a 2. Then here we shall have negative 24 and then 72. So 2, then negative 24. So I'll write here a 2, then negative 24 here, and then 72. Okay. And then we can also divide this one all through. Okay. So we shall get a value of x here. Then what will be the value of y here when we substitute? Okay. Now, let's do this one here. First of all, it is 2x squared, then minus 24 of x. When you divide all through by 2, here you'll get minus 12x. Two numbers, when you multiply them, they give you 36, but when you add them, they give you negative 12. That has, since this one is a square number, you can even just consider 6 and 6. So all of them have to be in negatives, such that when they add, they give you the negative 12, right? Okay, so that means here, if it is minus 6, then you are having x minus 6, then x minus 6. It is also a repeated root. So instead of this, then I can just write x minus 6, then brackets what? Squared. You see that? Okay. Then what else do we do here? Of course, when you equate this one to 0, x is going to be equal to 6. So what will be y? Y is going to be negative 7 times that 6 there, that is negative. That will be negative what? Isn't that? But m here is not going to be negative 7. Okay, m is a 1. So you have 1 times 6, that is 6 minus 9. This one gives you negative 3. So that means the x-coordinate is 6. The y-coordinate here is negative 3. So that is that.